So before I get into the content of this video, I just want to quickly mention what I'm using. So for this art piece, I used an iPad Pro, the 9.7 inch, with an Apple Pencil, and the app that I'm using is Procreate. So I just wanted to mention that before we get into the video. So, alright, bye. So I guess there's no real natural way to start this video, but basically, as you're seeing on screen, I'm working on a Meet the Artist because I thought that would be a great kind of background to what I'm going to be talking about. So I'm just gonna briefly just mention who I am, because this is the first official kind of introduction video to my channel. So if anybody asks what it's about, I can just send them to this video. So I'm gonna start with some basics about myself. So my name is Dana, but my online alias is Hot Tea, spelled H-O-T-E-A, obviously. And I'm 15 years old, and I've been drawing seriously for about, I believe, 4 years or 5 years. I don't feel like doing the math, but I think it's been 4 years. And so this will be the first time I'm really launching my YouTube channel. And I've been thinking about it and just thinking about it for a super long time, but it's close to, the new year, and I just kind of wanted to do something new. I've always wanted to do this, so I thought I'd start now. So hello, you can just address me by my regular name or whatever. But in this video, as I mentioned, I'm working on a Meet the Artist, so I thought I'd just talk kind of about who I am and who I am as an artist and what I like to do. So we're gonna start with that. So I kind of wanted to just start talking about my expectations for this channel, what's going to be posted, what I expect to post, and so we all have a clear idea about that. So mainly what I want to do is art talk videos. I really like watching those, and I really like to talk. So I think those would be really fun to do, and I just kind of want to make long videos. I really like watching long videos, and I feel like I talk a lot, so I think it would kind of go hand in hand together. So that's kind of one of the things that I want to do on this channel. Another thing I want to do is animation memes. I literally just started animating 2 weeks ago or something, so I am not very good at it, but I really want to practice it, so when it gets to a point where I really need to animate for maybe school or something, it will go smoothly and it won't be random and weird. And I just love animation. So as a person, I love animated movies, animated shows. I'm really addicted to them. Just all of them. I really like anime as well, typical 15-year-old Gen Z or whatever. And so I really like watching animation, and I have a lot of appreciation for it, but I've never really tried it on my own. So that's kind of the goal of next year, as in 2019. That's kind of a big goal for me, to start really animating, so I have a style and I know how to, and just get really good and fast at it, basically. And I also want to do kind of review videos. I am not in a place where I can buy things, but whenever I do, that's kind of what I want to do. Supplies that I already own, I'd like to review those because I've had them for so long, and I recommend most of them that I use, so I'd love to talk about them because I like talking. And also, and also about shows and movies that I like, and not really review, kind of just my appreciation for them, artistically and also story-wise, because I'm also a writer. I love writing. That's kind of why I started drawing, was because I wanted to tell stories and make my own stories. So I feel like stories are a real big part of my art, and that kind of, yeah, so I want to talk about why, but that's for another video that I plan on making, because I really also want this to be a regularly uploading channel. I'm starting this over my winter break, so probably would be easier to do it now, but I really want to upload, you know, once a week, maybe once every other week, probably on like Fridays or something. I don't really know, but that's kind of the goal for me personally. So those are like the expectations for the channel. So I think a big part of me as an artist is my characters. So I have 4 main characters that I draw all the time, and I kind of have a story for mainly 2 of them, but the other 2 kind of not really as fleshed out, but an idea. I used to make a lot of characters just for the fun of it because I like their designs, and I kind of don't like their designs anymore. I might do like something where I redesign them or I draw them again or something like that, but for right now I just have 4, so I'm gonna briefly talk about them because I feel like they could just have their entirely own video just because of this is just a big part of me. But my 4 main characters, I have one named Katarine, I have another named Kaya, and then 2 more. I have Megan and I have Kendrick. So they're kind of, I like to make characters in pairs, so they always have somebody to counteract them, to contrast. I'm a sucker for contrasting characters. So Katarine and Kaya are contrasting characters, so I mainly designed them in their designs. They contrast a lot, and then in their personalities. So I really like that they're also in a relationship, so that dynamic is really cool. And I've had a story for them for the longest time, and this year I will start making a comic for it because it's just been in my mind and I really need to get it out and do something with it. But yeah, so I draw them all the time. I feel like every single day there's just another doodle of them. But for my other 2 characters, Megan and Kendrick, I don't really have a story for them, but they contrast just in ideals and things of that nature, so they're very fun to draw, and their interactions with each other are very fun to me to write. So just look forward to videos specifically on them because they are a big part of me as an artist. So I think that sums up what I wanted to say and talk about in this video. I know I didn't talk a lot about the art, but I'm sure I will in other videos. But if you have any recommendations for videos you might want to see, or just how I can improve my videos as they already are, that would be great. I'm not just going to be doing digital speed paint. I do a lot of traditional art and traditional sketches, but I usually do it away from my desk, so it's hard to record, but I will do my best to be able to do that. So this is really exciting. It's a little scary, but I'm very excited to start it. So thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.